you never truly know what's going on in somebody else's life. The guy was playing World Cup matches a week ago, and now he's gone. Jayden Adams, who was helping South Africa make their first ever knockout phase just over a week ago, is tragically no longer with us. And I think you just have to try your hardest to look out for signs, because I never really make videos when tragic events like this happen. I certainly don't make them as soon as the news drops, because I think that's can be sometimes in bad taste, not always. You guys know when I make videos about tragedies or things like this, I always do it because either I want the person to be remembered in a good light, or I think there might be a lesson to be learned. In this particular scenario, it's both. Jayden Adams, from all accounts, was an exemplary guy. He's 25 years old, went to the World Cup with South Africa, achieved his dream. His own partner said that he had achieved a lifelong dream, and just a testament to what the man is. His partner missed him that much on the eve of his first game against Mexico. She said, "A pillow will have to do tonight because I don't have his chest to lie on." And the more and more I read about Jayden Adams, the more and more I'm taken aback by how nice the guy seemed and how much of a down-to-earth person he seemed. But there is a lesson, I think, that can be learned, and I think sometimes, and it's so hard, but sometimes with such a tragic thing, there are signs. I mean, South Africa beat South Korea to make it through the groups. There's videos going of the entire team partying, dancing in the changing room. But Jayden Adams is sat there, not getting involved, looking sad, looking alone. And I know it's so unbelievably hard to go up to a man in that scenario, especially men, I feel, and just be like, hand on shoulder, mate, are you okay? And there's also other instances where he was picked to do an interview after a game against the Czech Republic. And again, he just seems distant. And it's all hindsight now that the tragic end has happened to look back and think, could have done this differently, could have done that differently. But I don't know, just check up on your friends and check up on your mates is probably the overlying point here. It's something that I hold quite deeply to my heart. So when I've read about Jayden Adams today over the last few hours, I've just progressively got sadder and sadder. And I think, yep, the World Cup's great. You know, we'll continue watching it. We'll continue having a good time watching the football, but just pause and take a second to remember the name Jayden Adams. I think that's very important at a time like this. On the day South Africa played Czechia, he found out the tragic news that his grandmother had passed away. And even then, he still played that game, because a testament to what the guys, he just couldn't let down his teammates, played brilliantly, made sure his country got a point that would then help them get out the groups for the first time ever. Obviously, this is all much bigger than football now. And as good as a time we will have watching the rest of the World Cup, just pause and remember the name Jayden Adams, and pause and use his story as a chance. Despite the football, despite the distraction of the World Cup, people are still going through horrendous things. And I think a story like this really just puts everything into perspective with this World Cup. I mean, the guy was representing his country at a World Cup. It doesn't get higher in your football career than that. Because sometimes that's not enough. And over a week later, he's no longer with us. And I've just been reading about the story and it's really touched me. And I have this platform, so I thought I'd make a video about it. Rest in peace to Jayden Adams. I hope the people around him have a strong enough support system to get themselves through it, and that time can heal all their broken hearts. And enjoy the rest of the World Cup, but just remember the name Jayden Adams. And remember to always check up on the people around you.